Hello, everyone. Welcome to Teacher's Toolbox, this EFL edition, the podcast where we tackle the challenges and celebrate the triumphs of teaching English as a foreign language. I'm Eva Quiñones, and today we have a special teacher. This is teacher Teresa Acosta. Welcome.
Hello, Eva. Thanks. It's great to be here.
Thanks for accepting the invitation. Well, today we're talking about a common issue many of us face in classroom, which is helping our students overcome these complex terms when they struggle memorizing, especially in these specific courses like the pastry course. Have you experienced this?
Yeah, absolutely. Vocabulary can be a really stumbling block, like trying to remember like everything, and especially to teach everything because it's like long list of vocabulary is really difficult. So, well, I have found that breaking down complex term and using visual aids really good material, especially attractive material. Like nowadays it's really difficult to keep students' attention, especially for more than 5 minutes. So I think it's really important to present vocabulary in videos and maybe podcasts and everything, but in a very good way, like the students get really their attention. So in the case of pastry courses, I think that it would be nice to use to show the vocabulary in bringing them the vocabulary, like maybe if you have those things in your house, like to show them and like do it in that way so they can remember the vocabulary, because maybe it are things that you have in your house. So that would be really nice.
Yeah, that sounds very effective. And how about practice? How do you ensure your students that they are using this new vocabulary, including in their conversations, like regularly?
Well, I incorporate a lot of contextual learning. We create simple recipes together, and I encourage them to describe each step using the new vocabulary. So in pastry courses, I also use this strategy to show the students, between the students, to guide, like, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that, and between the students, so they can apply the vocabulary that they have learned.
That's great, because we learn by doing, and when we involve all our senses in an activity, that helps us storage that information in the long-term memory, right?
Yeah, so it's really important to make the student to be like to enjoy the activity. So as much as they enjoy the activity, it's going to be easier to remember that. So.
Good. Tell me, I love this concept of practice and repetitions, but to avoid this idea of being dull during repetition, do you have any specific activities to have fun while learning?
Well, I think that the main activity for showing vocabulary, or one of the main activities, it would be like role playing. So why? Because like you said before, you learn by doing. So in the case of role playing, you can be the customer, you can be the baker, you can be whatever you want. So you have the control and the power to do what you are supposed to do according to your role. So they all those roles make you feel more comfortable, and at the same time you feel secure and you feel really confident about what you're doing. So I think role playing is the best activity for that.
Yeah, and they can solidify the information, all this new vocabulary, including like these imaginary situations where, like TV shows, TLC.
Yeah, the K-box.
Yeah. How about their confidence levels? Have you noticed any difference in them when applying these activities?
Yeah, definitely. Students, they feel more comfortable because now they know how to use it. It's like it's not just like, okay, you as a teacher, you always like, you are the one that have the power in the class, and you are the one that guide. In those activities, they feel more free. So they are like, okay, I'm the one who has the power. At the same time, they feel a little bit nervous at the beginning, but when the activity is finished, they feel really, really good about it. So, I mean, I consider that role play is a very, very good activity for learning.
That's great. Well, before wrapping up, do you have any final tips for our listeners who might be struggling with these situations in the classroom?
Well, I think that don't be afraid to mix things up. Like make learning always interactive. Make learning always an enjoyable process. So I think that are those little moments of success and victories like keep students motivated to learn. So that's why it's important to create an environment that they feel really comfortable and in a place that you know that you're going to be and you're going to enjoy.
That's great. Well, teacher Teresa, it was amazing to have you here. Thank you so much for sharing your insights.
Well, thank you, Eva. It was a real pleasure.
Okay, and thanks to our listeners for tuning in. Well, just remember, learning is a journey and teaching as well. Make it enjoyable.